Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of Talking Fitchburg. I am Jeremy Crosby. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. It is Monday, July 6, 2020. Yeah, it was a warm weekend at that. Hopefully you got outside, enjoyed some of the weather, maybe had a barbecue, maybe you saw fireworks because a billion people shot off fireworks all over the place. Either way, hi. And welcome back. We're glad to have you, and we've got a show for you. We'll get you updated on the latest headlines, including a weather outlook. It looks like it's going to be warm and stay warm for a while. We'll talk about that in the headlines and other developments throughout the day and coming up this week. Verona Road road construction update is coming up as well in our digest today, including talking about Kapec and that new closure. And then we check in with the Fitchburg Senior Center. Yeah, Jill McCone joining me via online today, and we'll get the latest on what's happening out there. But first, we do turn to the weather, and it hasn't changed much since we talked about it this morning on the update. But hot and humid conditions will continue through much of the week, and there is a small chance for storms, pop-up storms this afternoon happening across the area as I checked here just a little bit ago. But what's the piece of this is the heat index. Yeah, it's going to get a lot warmer, and heat index could be in the mid 90s to 100. So looking here at most of the days, and we're just above Milwaukee's. I mean, every single day we're in the mid 90s, and it looks like Wednesday will be the hottest day at 98 potential for the heat index coming in right at the noon hour. So it's going to be warm out there. If you're heading out, please take precautions. What's that mean? Extra water. Make sure you look before you lock it. Check those vehicles. Make sure you don't leave your kids or pets in the vehicle at any time. Don't do it. And maybe it's time to stay indoors. I know we've been cooped up for quite a while now, but this weather is not the best during the day, but get out at night as temperatures do cool down a little bit, and just get yourself out of the elements. I think that's a big thing. Lots of breaks. And the outlook, well, for those of you who love warm temperatures, this is for you. And all I say to this is think back when it was super cold in the middle of January. Yeah, no, it's going to be very warm here. The outlook for 6 to 10 and for 18 to 14 days suggests that we may continue to see above average temperatures through mid-July. In addition, although not shown here, the precipitation out just suggests potential for below average pre-sip. So make sure you water those gardens when you can. And we'll see what happens here with, all of this warm weather as it looks like it's going to be here for a while. All right, other news, Kapec Road closed this morning. We'll talk a little bit more on the Verona Road construction update, but wanted you to know that for the next 2 weeks, crews will be reconstructing that side of the intersection, similar to what they did at the Nesbitt side. So alternative routes are required, and you could use a Fitchburg Road intersection to get around this project currently. So if you're heading down to that area, you won't be able to make a right in or out of Kapec intersection while they work on that for the next 2 weeks. All right, Fitchburg Senior Center, we're going to be learning a little bit more about what's going on there, but the in-house Footcare is available, and we'll talk about this with Jill coming up. But that is available at a limited basis. All safety measures will be in place. You must call 270-4290 to schedule your appointment and receive information. The cost is $20, and you must wear a disposable mask provided by the Fitchburg Senior Center. So if you do make that schedule, you got to wear a mask when you do come down to the Senior Center. All right, same day curbside pickup. Yeah, we want to talk a little bit about this. Is part of the Fitchburg Public Library's additional hours. Yeah, they've put a lot of extra hours out now for curbside pickup. So here's what you need to know. It is subject to change, so make sure you check in when you're taking part in this. But the schedule will be changing to this. Mondays, Mondays it's 12 to 5, Tuesdays 9 to 2, Wednesdays 12 to 5, Thursdays 9 to 2, Fridays 10 to 2, Saturdays 10 to 2. So those are your same day curbside pickups. Yeah, it's now for same day pickup only. Only items that are currently waiting for you on hold shelf can be pulled for pickup. Have your library card ready. If you do not reach us on the first try, please call again. We will not be checking voicemail during this time. So pickup can be requested once per day. Please allow 1 hour after you call to process your order. This is pretty cool that they've expanded those services in the hour of pickup here. Mondays 1 to 8, Tuesdays 10 to 5, Wednesdays 1 to 8, Thursdays 10 to 5, Fridays 11 to 5, and Saturdays 11 to 5. Returns will be accepted during these times only through the drive up book drop. Book drop may be closed early. If the drop is full, we are not taking donations at this time. And you can find all of this up when we post up the link for this, the headlines here. You can go and check out the link to get you there, or you just head out to our website, fitchburgwi.gov. All right, Department of Motor Vehicles' most popular form gets an update. I wonder which one that is. Let's take a look. It is this. The new online guide customizes title and registration application and estimate fees. Wisconsin Department of Transportation Division of Motor Vehicles, that's the DMV, continues its focus on customer services and innovation by simplifying its most used form, the title license plate application. Andrew and I have filled this out before. Just saying. DMV created a new he just says a new online guide to walk customers through this detailed application and to estimated fees. Well, that's good. So what are we talking about here? Yeah, well, the new MV1 online application guide helps customers estimate the fees, the title fee, the 5% state sales tax, unless the individual fits one of the 9 exemptions, the local state sales tax, which varies depending on which county the vehicle will be kept in, miscellaneous fees, including electronic and hybrid surcharges, wheel tax estimate by municipalities, gross weight fee. It gets complicated as you fill this out, so I'm glad they're updating this. Processing fees as well. Those are part of this, and a whole bunch of other fun things. That processing fee, by the way, it's estimating the correct fees is the most common error, which they see on their form, and is the biggest cause for delays in customers getting their plates or titles. So that's why one of the many things. And some individuals, like those who bought a vehicle out of state, don't qualify for the online EMV. So this public automation process can help on that front as well. So check it out for details, but good to know, especially if you're picking up that new car. All right, finally, we're talking with Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection, and with prices stabilizing, the state ends the abnormal economic disruption period. Did you even know this was in place, Andrew? Well, I did, because we talked about it on this show. The end of the abnormal economic disruption declaration means that future price changes will not be subject to price increase prohibitions described in the state law. Complaints about prices that exist before the end of the emergency declaration will continue to be investigated, even if those complaints are filed after the declaration has ended. So you can still if you think something's off, you can check in with that. Since Governor Evers issued the order on March 12th, the ATCP has received a total of 725 price gouging complaints. Complaints have been in the following categories: 39% at grocery items, 32% in household supplies, 11% for personal protective equipment, 18% for other items. So could be a little bit of anything, right? DATCP received the highest volume of complaints during the week of March 30th through April 3rd, when 191 new complaints were filed. As economic activities resume across the state, Department of Ag, Trade, Consumer Protection has seen a decline in the volume of price gouging complaints. Currently, DATCP is receiving a very few or no price gouging complaints daily. So that's kind of gone down as this has gone on. So consumers should still be aware of price increases during COVID-19 pandemic that may reflect temporary or legitimate disruptions of the supply chain. Consumers searching for the best pricing may consider waiting until the supply for those stable items or brands, kind of get restocked. And then maybe the prices will go down. Staff in the Department of Ag Trade in the Bureau of Business Trade Practices have closed 35% of its complaints that have been received. Most retailers have been responsive or cooperative with the department's request for information and the inquiries. DATCP inquiries into price gouging complaints are going, and the agency will continue to monitor the complaints even though the declaration has ended. If you got any questions about this, I know there's a lot of information. You can call the hotline. That's 1-800-422-7128, or you can email them as well. And again, make sure you do. Yeah, you want to check in on that if you think something is wrong. It's the best way they can check that out for you. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up the digest with your road-to-road construction update. But first, here's a look at the meetings coming up this week.